Once Every Never is the story of a 17-year-old girl from Toronto. She's on vacation in Britain, and while she's there, she discovers quite accidentally that she has a very special power. She has the ability to travel back through time.
When I was a kid growing up, I was always very much into history and mythology and folklore and King Arthur and you know, first century British history and all that kind of stuff. I was really interested in it. So I don't think it ever occurred to me at any point in my youth that it was uncool or that it was uninteresting. And because that's the kind of stuff that has stuck with me, it never even occurred to me that it wasn't something that I should be writing about or that kids wouldn't be interested in, because I was always fascinated by it. And so I thought if it was cool for me, I could make it cool for them. The characters in the past, they wound up dictating a lot of how the actual story unfolds. The character Boudica is actually she's a historical figure. She was actually she was a Celtic queen who withstood the might of Rome. So I knew I needed her as a character, but what she wound up developing into and becoming and actually taking on this really, really mystic persona who becomes very, very powerful was a function of who she was historically, and be a function of who she turned herself into in the story. It is a fascinating period of time. I mean, even if you're not like, okay, I'm a self-professed massive geek, but I mean, if you look at this person, she withstood the might of the Roman army. They'd conquered the rest of the world, and she basically goes, or words to that effect, and gathers together a huge enough army that they burnt London to the ground. They left a 3-inch layer of ash underneath what is modern-day London. That is all that remains of Boudica's rampage. And that is extraordinary. Then, of course, things went horribly south for her, and most of her people were terribly butchered, and badness ensued. But
the worm does turn, yes.
Yeah, but she left a huge cultural and archaeological and historical footprint on that society and on me when I was a kid. I was very impressionable. And I thought she was just such a fantastic character to write about.